to me. I keep asking myself, wondering how. I keep closing my eyes, but I can't block the night out. The shadows following me, something I can only see. Now time created a shine. Can you hear me in my back? A little light of tide, golden light set me. Let me shine like a thunderbolt, tearing across the sky. Is this a dream or not? All the love I got running through my head, running through my veins. All the love I got. Is this a dream or not? Running through my head, running through my veins. Brighter than my shine. Is this a dream or not? Running through my veins, running through my veins. All the light I got. Our love is enough. Is this a dreaming night? All the love I got. All the love I got.
Can you take it, baby? It's so much. All the love I got. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Mama said, like, I know. It's listen,
I don't
the
know what to
music
do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know where to go. I mean,
There's
that's
something on
my
my
intro.
because it's about to get weird.
It's about to get weird. That's my intro, and I'm not really sure how to follow that. It's like, and it's a podcast.
Somehow
It's
I don't
podcast.
think I'm in my home anymore after that. I don't know. I got to zip up because I'm not sure where we are right now. But I
Yeah,
don't know
listen,
if it's great or
we're
not.
going right into the deep well of wellness and abundance.
All right, I'm zippered up. We can go.
Awesome. So, namaste, like catch my family, and welcome to another TeamLight interviews. I am your host, Rion de Rowan, here with my brother, Mr. William OBoyle. My brother, William, what's going on, brah?
Oh, not too much, man. Just another day in paradise, man. Can't complain. How about yourself?
I can't complain. I mean, I know we were talking about how they were heavily chemming the sky the other day, and for our allergies and whatnot. But besides that, I think with all that, it kind of plays right into what we're going to talk about here today. And I wanted to obviously introduce William, if you have all of my new viewers out there on Rumble, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. But William was a vital part of the Bridge Expo that we did in October out there in Frisco, Texas. And he has some new and exciting things that he's bringing to Rise of the Guardians, happening May 8th through the 10th. He will be in charge, or one of the many practitioners there, but he is sponsoring the health and wellness area of Rebuild the Human area and center there at Rise of the Guardians. And he has a brand new product lines, multiple product lines that he's going to bring there. And you guys, the attendees, are going to be the first one to have your hands on these new items that are not only going to help you detox your body, but improve your life and your well-being. So without any more being said, William, why don't you explain a little bit about how you kind of came into, obviously a little bit about your awakening, but also how you found that, health and wellness being the key to, living an abundant and fruitful life. And then obviously some of the new things that you have coming out.
Yeah. So first off, I want to say, Rion, there's something going on, not so much here, but right.
The old goat. They call me the goat.
Can I take a wet wipe or
no? I'm Native American, lady, but I am Scottish, and it's the Scotsman that's it's coming out. Listen, I'm getting to that age where I'm okay. Now, listen, I don't know if this is gonna stay for Rise of the Guardians. Okay, I might be on stage looking fresh. We're not sure, but
wrap up.
I don't have that capability. I don't have the Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's
We'll
a
get you
whole, that's a whole other
Get you a
level.
marker. We'll get you a marker. We'll just, we'll get it going.
Listen, I'm already a lot. Okay. Let's just not, if you add 2 more points to me, it's going to get weird. Okay. I'm supposed to be a spiritual guy here, humble. Anyways,
Well, it looks good. It looks good.
thank you. Hey, you know what? We're trying new things, and I'm kind of like, me and you are a part of this. We will talk in code, because I don't want to say too much, because we are live across Earth from here to South Africa and Asia right now. But I can tell you guys that a lot of us are doing a lot of work behind the scenes, getting specific financial instruments ready for what's about to go down. And my brother William, you might not know this about him, but he is 100% in. I mean, I think you guys were the beginning or the crescendo, you and Chief Russell Gould, with getting your guys kind of separate and sovereign a long time ago. And I know you spent a lot of time and due diligence in the quantum grammar to set that up for yourself. So, I tip my hat off to you, my white hat, by the way, But no, I mean, it's letting you guys know there is this energy coming through is change. What you're feeling right now is change is inbound. And we have a lot of banking contacts. And I have my personal buddy, who's calling the VP at one of the big banks. And they're in constant communication of when this thing's going to go. So I'm letting you know that the banks are aware of it. So anyways, with that, brother, yeah, I mean, what is this feeling? Get to Rise, hang out with your family. We may be in a completely different financial paradigm when this thing hits. Yeah. So, and that's what we're feeling. So regardless, we're going to be there because we are doing our stewardship in taking care of our family, and with that, William, I think your story is very valid and, very similar to mine. I mean, me and you could be brothers with how we were raised and the bullshit we went through. So why don't you tell everyone a little bit about how you kind of came to where you are now?
Yeah. So for the people that don't know me, I grew up in a very beautiful, loving household, but there was some weird things that went on. I saw a lot of stuff at a young age. I saw a lot of plotting and scheming to get money to get substance abuse keep going. So from a young age, I saw this trend, and I ended up falling into the trend. If anybody has watched the last stage performance, they know a lot about me. And anytime you go onto YouTube to Rion's channel, TeamLight channel, you'll see a lot about me as well. So I'm not really going to tap in on that today, but I spent 15 years in substance abuse. I got sober when I was 30. I'm 41 now. And I began rebuilding myself 11 years ago. Stumbled upon the first company that we built, which is extremely regulatory. The cannabis industry is very regulatory. Even though I do have my paperwork in the quantum system, the credit card machines and stuff like that, they're in a fiction system. So you have to be real careful how you navigate that. With a lot of laws coming down now, we're positioned now better now more than ever because of the paperwork and the 5 years that I put into place with Chief Gould, which is a good friend of mine, good friend of Rion's. And we were able to kind of lean off of MetaLeaf recently. And I had a health journey. I had to fix my body for the last 11 years. That's where MetaLeaf came from, which was the cannabinoids. You can go on to metaleaffarms.com and you can look at all that stuff. Most of you guys already know what MetaLeaf is. It's central nervous reset, a system to reset your central nervous system. Get your system to kind of like a 0 point, a neutrality point where you're not freaking out all the time. Or you can't handle stress or anything like that. You're not able to cope when those trigger points come. So that's what MetaLeaf was all about. But there was a side thing happening while I was building MetaLeaf. I still had some health problems. I will divulge them today. I had a little bit of fatty liver problems, and I had some problems with my kidneys through substance abuse, which I haven't really talked about with my family, anybody. The only person that knows is Amber, because she's seen me on my worst days. So thank you very much, Amber. That's my counterpart. I call her my wife. We're not married, but we don't believe in that paperwork, so that's why. She does not call me her husband yet, though. I thought about that the other day. Um, so what happened recently after the event in Dallas is Amber has been a successful hairdresser at a very high-end salon for a number of years, but she was burning out. And so she finally made a big step, and she came on to MetaLeaf full time. MetaLeaf has been very successful for 8 years, since 2018. But we had only been together for 6 years. So MetaLeaf was born before the relationship was born. She left her job as a hairdresser, and she came on full time to MetaLeaf, which I'm internally grateful for. But what happened during that time is, anybody that's an entrepreneur here doing anything entrepreneur-like, you'll notice that you're the janitor, you're the payroll guy, you're the designer, you're the manufacturer, you're the salesperson, you're the website support, you're anything that you can think of. That's what you are, and that's what I was for the better part of about 6 years. We started delegating responsibility about 2 years ago, because we've been doing it for 8 years, as I said. And Amber came on full time about 7 months ago. When we were building Rebuild the Human, I was fixing my body. I was testing products. I was testing things like Moringa, for instance, Shilajit. And Amber and I went through 100 or more products that we tried and either put to the side and used on a more consistent basis, or we scrapped them. And this process for me took 11 years. Amber came on board 6 years ago and started to really understand what this is all about. So what we did was, Amber took all my responsibility, and I took all of those products that we knew were working for consistency. Over 2 years, we had been using them. And we built Rebuild the Human, which is all in quantum grammar. It's a colon, a bracket, RE, and then a bracket, and then build the human period, which is a compound fact in quantum grammar. So what does that matter? It's stupid. What does that matter? Well, let me tell you how it matters. You can name your product something that is in fiction grammar. It correlates to a different space and time. Rebuild the Human correlates to quantum AI. Okay, so when you sleep on a mat or something like that, I'm not saying we have mats because we're not going to talk about products today, but when you sleep on something that has Rebuild the Human on it, and it has all these earthly features on it, something is happening. Rion, I want to ask you something.
Yep.
You tried one of my products. You slept on one of my products for 7 days. And I remember you talking to me about the first time we had a conversation after that. Can you repeat to everybody else what you said?
Yeah, well, the whole thing is, there's multiple things now that, in post. Number one thing with the mat, he made a mat for us guys out there that is very large. And it's actually, me, I'm 220. He's probably 240 on a good day. We were not really sure, but we're large individuals, even though on camera we might look kind of small until you meet me in person. You're like, oh shit, I thought you were 5'8". I'm like, no, I'm not Tom Cruise. I'm larger in person.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Yeah. So he made this Rebuild the Human PEMF mat, and I found it not only very beneficial for me, but after about 6 or 7 days of sleeping on it, I started to notice changes in my body. And I know that a lot of people like to sleep on soft things, at times. But for me, mind you, you're supposed to just use it, I don't know, for 30 minutes. Me and William slept on it for like 8 hours. I mean, we were sleeping on this thing. It has a grounding function to it. It has 9 PEMF frequency settings that you could set the Schumann to. So from Schumann up, You confirm that with the builder. We also are, when I tested it, we also modded it. This thing about people need to realize too is when human beings in general, why other ET species really think that we are special here. And I'll explain it to you for all you fellow starseeds out there. Human beings are very creative. On other planets, they build something once, it works. They really don't mess with it. Here on Earth, we build something and we go, how can we make it better? Like, so that's the first thing that goes through our head is like, how can I mod this? How can I adjust this to make it better? And, after demoing his product, sleeping on it, we did have some things with the increasing the grounding function of the mat. And even the stones that are crushed up in the PEMF mat, rotating some of those stones to facilitate different things. I have a very specific skill set since I've been making orgonite now for about, 10, 15 years. I actually know which stones and crystals to mix to have a certain effect on a human biology, because like I said, I've been beta testing these things for about 15 years. So the products that you're making are really made for us. They're big, they're durable, and it's not that fake stuff that, a lot of us got used to ordering stuff on Amazon that you order it, it's going to break in 6 weeks. We don't play that, so did that facilitate the answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That I overdo everything. It doesn't matter what it is. So I sleep on my mat, and I've been sleeping on my mat. And anybody that has seen me since the Dallas convention will see that there's a difference in the way that I look, the way that I glow. Now, these products that I'm dropping, there is an effect to those products that we're going to be dropping, but the mat is the sole base for what has been happening inside my system, which I can't quite explain.
Right.
But my foresight on things happening and my gut instinct on things that are happening, it's like somewhere along the line, people stop telling us to not trust what we feel and read a book. And I feel as though we got to keep in mind, I'm also sleeping on one of Rion's best pyramids.
Yeah.
So I got the
underneath,
pyramid at the top. I got the map below. I have another product that we're dropping to my right. And things are getting strange in my room at night. That's all I can say.
Yep.
After about 6 months under Rion's pyramid, I started telling Amber, I'm like, hey, listen, I'm getting out of here for the night. I'll see you in the morning. I got the spaceships up there, and I show her. I'm so happy I'm talking about this on here because I sound crazy to other people. I show her the star that shows up, and I showed Rion when I was at his house. His house quite a bit. There's a star. It's a big star and then a little star, and it follows me around no matter where I go. Every once in a while, and then it'll disappear. And then when it comes back, I'll see it at night, and then I'll see it in the morning in front of my window pane, dropping me off. And then it disappears for a while, and then it'll come back. I don't really know what's going on because I don't have the ability like Rion does to remember what's going on. But I do know what's happening.
We're multidimensional beings, and so to explain it in more of a scientific, quantitative way, utilizing biology, the human eye is able to see it inside of a certain spectrum of light. Your biological eyeballs see an 8K and up, but the limited light spectrum. When your third eye comes on, that spectrum of light that you can perceive expands. So what's happening is that he's actually tracking his energy signature. He is aware of his multi-dimensional ability, but the thing is that he's not cognitive of what he's doing in the other dimensions. Yes, he can remember his dreams and whatnot. We discussed that, but on and off ship functionality, they like to kind of keep things, they kind of like to separate church and state, let's just say, because the speed of amplitude of the frequency of a fifth or a sixth dimensional being compared to the physical, it can stress the 3D human biological brain, because you're talking about the frequency and speed of light. Not, you know what I mean? It's or the speed of thought. So yeah, I mean, I have the same thing when I go, especially when I do missions. I always see I have a transport carrier. It'll look like a star. It's a pulse. Now, here's the thing people need to realize. Can other human beings see your personal light following you around up in the sky? You know what I mean? That's also something it may be able for your perception to see. Like, there's my guys right there. Boom. But it may be completely invisible to all the NPCs or unconscious people that are around you. And give me a thumbs up if you guys feel that you guys have your own support team that assists you. And if you guys have seen things that maybe someone right next to you isn't able to see. So that's all about your frequency and what you're able to perceive. So
Right.
it really has to do with how activated your DNA is. People want to say this whole ascension or spiritual thing. They want to put it in some mumbo jumbo, word salad. The truth is that when you activate dormant DNA, your spiritual abilities turn on. Your intuition turns up, your awareness turns up, your third eye turns on, your energy hand turns on, and you go to Thanksgiving and you're staring through the eyes of all your family members and you're staring at their soul staring back at you. You're peering through the veil. So when you get to that place, again, no judgment, happy, high vibe, heart on first. The goal is to assist, help. Just like for me, how would a large angelic being assist everyone in the room if they were sitting right next to me? How would an upper dimensional version of myself on the light side assist my friends and family? How can I be a mouthpiece for human beings, allowing them, just as you guys allow, right? How can we steer consciousness into a higher platform of ascension and a higher way of being? See, what the thing about fear and all this pain and shit is, it's a learned trait. Children are born pure. They have good intentions. All of these weird programming traits happen to them, in their adolescence, youth and adolescence as they grow. That's why there is such a huge movement and money spent by the dark hats, the cabal. And I don't want to talk about this on the video, William. You know this. But what do? They try to get your kids while they're still developing, while they're young. They're trying to implant in their portals to get into these little kids by having traumatic experiences. So later in life, they can use those same traumatic experiences, which are completely unconscious, to now the 30-year-old version of that child. And they don't know why they can get puppeted so easily, because the hole was made when you were 6 or 5 or 4 or 3, and you can't remember why or what happened. They've compartmentalized or MK Ultra'd your experience, and you have no recognition of it. Okay, it's like programming a biological being. Okay, so that's why they focus so hard on your kids, not to mention getting all the weird shit injected into them as fast as humanly possible, especially when kids are born. I mean, the inoculations they give these kids now, you wonder why there's been a rise in so many different illnesses and mental illnesses. And again, this is not what this conversation is about. What I'm trying to express to you is that every single word I said out of my mouth is a fact. It's not an opinion. So when you guys know this and you guys wake up to this and you realize the game and what we're really leaning against, we are truly leaning against something that does not have our best interest in mind. And it's time for us as human beings on this planet and sovereign citizens to take our rights and power back away from these individuals. I don't care what species they are. They need to be stripped of any sort of manipulation for us on this planet. That being said, William, I know some of the products that you have, you really do focus on detoxing. You want to talk about the foot baths or some of the other things you got coming out? Detoxing all this stuff out,
We got a lot of stuff coming out. But what I want to talk about is the journey of my dimensional frequency ascension. So one thing that I noticed that was super, because it correlates to Rebuild the Human. So the one thing that I noticed is that if you are not healthy, how are you going to be able to concentrate on ascension? The answer is it's very hard. I had a lot of health problems that I didn't tell anybody because, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear I need to go to the doctor. I'm my own doctor. I'm my own, therapist. I go internally for everything. I'm a crab, I'm a Cancer, and I'm also a rat. So that'll tell you a lot about me. So when I was moving up in my frequency, I noticed that it was very hard, with all the health things that I have going on. So I would just look at things like, okay, why are my kidneys not doing so well? Okay, well, that might have something to do with taking 30 Vicodin at one time. Okay, so it's true. It is true that I have kidney problems. Okay, so how do I not go to the doctor and he tells me this is about as serious as it gets. How do I not go to the doctor? Because he'll tell me I'll probably need to be on dialysis. So the journey to figuring out how to fix myself was a life or death situation. And I didn't tell anybody. Because I don't, like, I'm gonna figure it out. I believe in Christ. I'm born under the Christ light. I believe in source. And when I set out a manifestation, what happens is they throw you signs, and you have to follow those signs, or you're going to wonder why God didn't show up for you. God is God, the Christ light, Yeshua, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, all those people, they show up for me daily. So I followed these signs. Boom, another product. Didn't know it was a product at the time. I don't know what I'm building until it's done. Honestly, I had all these products set up, which we'll talk about maybe on the next one, Rion, because I don't want to be a sham wow guy. I want to tell you about my journey.
Right.
So I found a product that got rid of fatty liver disease. It pushed everything through my kidneys. And at the same time, all that weight that I was retaining, the water weight and everything, it got rid of it. And the reason that I was heavy is because my body wasn't pushing through anything because it couldn't. So I found that product, Rebuild the Human. I found a way to.
What's it called? What is that product called? The one you were just discussing that helped clear through your liver into the kidneys. Do you not want to say it here, or are you just going to wait till it's released?
It's well, I want to say it on the next one.
Okay, you got it.
I want to say I'll roll out, because Shauna's still working on perfecting the website. Thank you so much, Shauna. You're the best. Yeah, she's working on our website right now, and I don't want to talk about the products too much. I want to talk about the journey. So that product I'm still using it today, and I'm still seeing benefits. I'm still losing weight. My liver's still repairing, but I'm about 90% of the way there according to source. There's a lot of other things. Like I had slip discs in my back, really bad ones, to the point where my hips would go like this, and all of my energy would be towards that to try and fix it. Then my knees would start hurting. That's from squatting 600 pounds at 16 years old. So I found something for that, and then we just moved on. How do we do heavy metals? How do we get rid of all the bad stuff in our body? How do we get rid of radiation in our body? I have it all figured out, and I have something special to tell you. A couple of these products are inspired by Russell, Russell -J, full : Gould. We spent a lot of time together, and we talked about, because I'll tell you, he is very into fixing his body and keeping his body good. He inspired a couple of these products. We tweaked it a little bit to make it just a little bit better, but we have a way to get radiation out of your body now. And if you have radiation in your body, you're going to have a lot of problems. So anyway, all the products that we have are going to get rid of your heavy metals. They're going to get rid of anything that you got going on inside your body. You have some brain trauma. We're going to put you inside something real special and get you going on that. I'm super excited to roll this out to you guys. I want to take care of my physical, and I know Rion does, and all my friends, but I want to push that out to you guys. You cannot move up an energetic frequency if your physical is in pain and you're shutting down. There's no way. So let's fix everybody, and let's ascend together, and let's have to do whatever we want.
Exactly. So 100%. So now that we got that going on, so when you guys walk in to the Rise of the Guardians, you're going to, as you guys look to your left, there'll be large banners that say Rebuild the Human. at Rise of the Guardians, and there will be William, his lovely wife and mother, will also be there, helping you guys, facilitating and getting all that stuff dialed in. William, do you want to talk about the healing house, or do you want to wait? Yeah, tell them about. Okay, so this whole thing goes on, and we're talking to all the VIPs, and we're definitely going to have them, have access to this. But William, why don't you tell them about the house that you're renting out there for everyone to have their own little mini spa treatment?
Yeah, so we're gonna have some stuff at the event, but the amount of detox that happens with some of these systems that are coming out. These are systems that are coming out. You can't. Some of the stuff you can't dump the right way. Like, you have to actually dispose of this stuff the right way, because what's going to come out of your body is going to shock you. But anyway, so some of the stuff is going to be available at the event, and then some of it's going to be, well, all of it is going to be set up for Monday, right, Rion?
Yeah, Monday. They can come by Monday or Tuesday. It's your discretion. But yeah. I believe the VIPs will have access, I think, between 9 a.m. and noon, or maybe 2. It depends on how many people we have. But we're going to give you the full list. That's going to be a part of our package. But the Health and Wellness House, Rebuild the Human House. My thing is that, I want to show people the certain products and stuff to use in tandem to get some of this stuff under control and out of your body. I've been doing foot detoxes for the last 10 years. It's really important to get the heavy metals out, and it's one of the easiest ways to get the heavy metals out is a foot detox. And a lot of the stuff, the lymph is another thing. Another issue that I had was, since I have been, I guess you can say, a pescatarian, but I haven't eaten meat since 2009. Then I have it in no chicken, no steak, no nothing. And then I just ate turkey and fish till 2015. Then I stopped the turkey, and I'm basically a vegetarian vegan, and I eat fish from time to time for the, what I need. But this is what I noticed. When I eat food now, I am so sensitive to what I'm eating. I can literally, when I eat like a fake vegan chicken nugget, let's just say, right? Yeah. I can actually feel and hear my body when breaking it down. I'm so sensitive. I actually almost feels like sometimes I'm eating plastic or super processed food, and my body's starting to reject the store-bought vegetarian or vegan options. And I know that a lot of homeopaths out there, they're making their own, vegan burgers and doing all this crazy stuff. By the way, it takes a lot of effort to do that, and I'm very busy just keeping it 100 with you. Why didn't you make your own vegan patties and freeze them? I'm like, calm down with the bean sprouts. I get it. But what I'm trying to say is that I'm noticing my body wanting certain things. And I'm also noticing that, especially for diet, for all you guys working on your stuff, I'll share this little tip I have for you. If I don't go to the gym and I'm on the computer all day, and I'll eat some, some vegan, vegetarian stuff, eggs. I still eat eggs, right? But the issue is that I won't smash 3,000 or 4,000 calories unless I went to the gym. Why? You don't need to eat 3,000 or 4,000 calories a day if you're not working out. You have to be in tune enough with your body to ask your body what it needs. I'll give you guys another hint or a tip. When you're hungry, maybe don't do it when you're too hungry, but what I do is when I go into the grocery store, I kind of push my field out. I take my cart and I go right to the vegetable and, fruit area. And I slowly just push the cart by the produce. And literally, I'm on autopilot. I will grab carrots. I will grab a radish. I will grab cauliflower. I will grab broccoli on full autopilot. What am I saying? My energy is going, hey, you're low on this. I'll grab it. I'll throw it in the cart. I'm not even going. I'm on full autopilot, and I'm using my energy field to say, what am I deficient in? What does my body need? Mind you, that only works for me in the vegetable and fruit aisles, in that one in the fresh area of the supermarket. And I recommend everyone, when I was still kind of, going through this process, the first place I would go when I went into the grocery store was straight into the dairy aisle and the bread. I was like, first I'm going to dairy, bread, and cheese stat. When I switched and I started going to the vegetable and the fresh fruit first, it actually switched something in my mind, in my brain. So try that sometimes. If you guys are like, hey, instead of going left or wherever you go straight to the vegetable produce aisle first. And then start your round around the supermarket from starting there first. You may find that you start making some changes on autopilot that really do affect and benefit your life. So little tips for you.
Well, yeah, and I know you talk about this stuff from time to time, but like, you can't move up in frequency if you're eating ho-hos all day and PB and J.
Can't do it. It's actually physically impossible.
Yeah,
You can't do it. So yeah,
you'll get sick. When you notice that when you can no longer take in these foods, you'll notice that your body's saying it's time to move up. And if you keep on doing it, you're gonna get sick because your body and your spirit are in control of your ascension. And by the way, you're the one that wanted it, so you should start listening. So I've
right.
reduced my diet to, I do still eat red meat. I am O type blood, O negative, so it's
Right.
hard for me not to. But
Again, no judgment on that, ladies and
Yeah.
gents. I'm just trying to say how I'm doing it. I'm maintaining 220 pounds and I'm growing as much muscle as I want on eggs and fish.
yeah, you're looking
You know what
good,
I mean?
bud.
Like some people, thank you. And the thing too is like, I mean, there's different, I guess you eat differently. My dad was trying to explain this to me. I think when you're growing up, me and you played sports. I think there is a certain diet that really does benefit, say, a growing child building muscle mass and you're playing sports and there's certain foods you eat. I get that. But once your body is built and you're an adult, you know what I mean? I think there's also probably something to do with, if you really wanted to break it down, like during a human being's growth patterns, William, what should they be eating and why isn't that in every book in every college and high school? Hey, if
Yeah.
you're in sports and you want to be an athlete and you're 13 years old and you're starting your puberty run, what is the perfect diet that you should be eating to
Yeah.
perform at a high level? Because I can tell you right now, I know plenty of my friends are parents. They could not answer that question right now. There's not like I mean, you know what I mean? There's not an answer that we go, oh, you got to make sure they get this much protein and this much this. It's a very interesting concept because literally your child is going through puberty and sprouting up 6 inches in
Right.
size. So what's the diet? Because I think your diet changes as you get older. It does for me at least. Go ahead.
It has. But if I can track source back to when, I actually realized what I need to eat, it's one ingredient foods. One ingredient foods. Like if you got to throw mayo on, make sure there's not a bunch of junk in it, man. There's some good mayo out there that is based with good stuff.
I think
avocado.
I just use Vegenaise. I haven't used mayo in 20, almost 15 years. I eat Vegenaise, I think. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
fake
so you
mayonnaise.
just
Yeah.
and I
Veganase.
use something that is good too, but when you throw dairy in there, my body reacts to dairy in a certain way, unless it's pure kefir, like pure. I'm not talking about processed kefir where they heat it up and get rid of all the enzymes. I'm talking about straight kefir, which is very hard to find. It's thick, it tastes like
Yep.
yogurt, it's sour, but that kefir will change you because it's got the right stuff in it. So you stick to one ingredient foods.
I can agree. Yeah, I can agree with this right now. Triseca, colon hydropericy saved my life. Listen, about 5 years ago, I talked about this, getting the old flush, the old colon flush. I can tell you that if you guys are coming off of never, like, for example, imagine you're 35, 40 years old. You've never had a colon flush. You've been a hardcore carnivore your whole life. You're going through ascension symptoms. You got sick or whatnot. I definitely recommend getting a colon flush. You don't know what you ate 12 years ago that still could be sitting in your intestines. And I'm just trying to say, you don't know what's in your body. So what I try to do with everyone is through deduction. I have an ailment in my body. Okay, there's something weird going on in my blood. All right, let's detox the colon. Let's go ahead and start doing a detox to detox the colon. Then let's get it flushed out of my body. Okay, let's do that 3 times, set 3 appointments. Now let's do the heavy metals and detox all the heavy metals and shit out of my feet. Let's do the foot detoxes. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that we're combating and trying to clean up your biological body. And to be absolutely clear, do you have to take a Ferrari into the shop to get an oil change? Yes or no?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, for everyone out there who's driving around in your temple, your Ferrari, it could be a Lambo, whatever it is for you. Some of you guys, it could be a Prius. We're not sure. But for some of us, it could be a Toyota Sequoia, Tacoma, whatever that is. You got to service your vehicle.
Right.
Okay. Back in the day where all these stories were made, they didn't have an active government or conspiracy or dark house literally poisoning your food as a form of depopulation, ladies and gentlemen. So the glyophosphates that are in our breads and shit, and from the Roundup and the weed killer. So my thing is that I don't even know if I'm gluten intolerant. Rather, I think I am just glyophosphates intolerant. I swell up. I eat a regular piece of bread that is grown with the normal Western bullshit. I instantly bloat 2.5 inches on all sides of my body. I'm like Santa Claus that fast. My body absorbs it that fast. So what I'm trying to say for everyone out there, your body's having an allergic reaction. Okay, that's what it is. You're literally having an allergic reaction. Your body's like, what is that? You just ate poison. So for a lot of people out there still trying to figure that out, your body's allergic to things. So just pay attention to your body. And if you eat clean, ladies and gents, your energy comes back. You feel fantastic. And it really does help a lot. So.
Yeah. And you know, I like to connect with source on a lot of different things. And, you know, when I'm looking back on like launching this new Rebuild the Human and everything, and all this talk about what's coming up very soon, everybody knows what I'm talking about. If you're not in place inside your physical, you're not going to be in place inside of your 3rd, 4, 5D, 6, 7D. I mean, it's impossible to move up. So I like to connect myself with Source, God, Christ, you know, everybody that we relate to on a daily basis, and say that I think that I'm launching this company because the ship, I believe, is about to take off, and it's time for people to clean their bodies up, their physical bodies up, so we can get this show on the road.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Rion yesterday. Sorry to cut you off, Rion, but like 2 days ago, and we're talking about like, it's popping off. It's popping off. And if you're not ready and your body's not ready to move up, you're going to be left out. And I don't want anybody left out. And 100%. I know a lot of people are already doing great with this. But for those that need a little advice, I've been at this thing. I started working out when I was 13. I was a state championship powerlifter. I have all the records in Pennsylvania at the 165 category. I've been working on my body. Obviously, I've been messing it up too, but I've been understanding how the body works for a long time. And it's my gift to you guys to show you how I did it, and maybe it works for you.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. So that's what we're trying to say. So I mean, obviously, I think that this is a tight group that we have here at TeamLight across the earth, and I just wanted to share some things with you too. Like this financial abundance hits. I want to make sure that, a lot of you guys have a plan. Right now I'm going through documents to make sure that everything is set up appropriately for future generations to come. If you guys have humanitarian projects, to pay attention to that. The 3 things that they want in the humanitarian projects, just to switch gears a little bit, because we're about to get tapped on the shoulder and it's exciting, but there's 3 things in every humanitarian project that they're looking for. First thing is multi-generational. Second thing is job creation, not just for the building of the facility, but the jobs created therein. And the third thing you must have in your humanitarian project is how does your community, or how does your build, or how does your humanitarian project benefit society, benefit the community? So for all you guys who are doing futuristic designs, and like I said, I'm talking to people in Costa Rica, Europe right now on their builds and their dome designs and what to mix and how to use it. I'm just trying to say there is a huge movement behind the scenes right now, and I don't want you guys to get caught off guard. Health is wealth. And I can tell you this, if you guys remove all the parasites and detox all that stuff out of your body, it's going to be a lot more difficult for the dark energies on this planet to grab a hold of you. It's going to be a lot more difficult for you to make a poor decision. Say you've been sober for 15 years, you just get paid and you get hammered. Let's not do that. What I'm trying to say is that some of these funds and some of these levels of abundance incoming should come to those that are ready and balanced and have already experienced all that bullshit. William, I know you've partied like a rock star. I've partied like a rock star. I don't have a question mark what happens if you pop a Molly and take a shot of tequila. I don't have any curiosity with that. I don't want to. That was for example. I'm just saying, I don't have, let's do this and do a candy flip on a Tuesday. I have zero. My thing is like, health, wellness, making my temple, my body as dialed in as possible so I can have the maximum amount of energy flow, chi, source energy course through my veins. And in that chain of events and in that column of light that is shooting off of my body like a fire hose around a bunch of garden hoses, right? For all my fellow fire hoses of consciousness, all my friends and family across the planet, every single being is going to be looking at you for guidance and what they should do. So not to kind of just put this on you, it may be your job to be the responsible one to balance your town, your village, or your city. Stop looking to other unconscious beings and what they're doing on how you should facilitate and operate on this planet. Use your heart, your discernment, trust source, trust God, whatever that is for you, and become once again the true stewards of this planet. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. William, was there anything else you'd like to say?
I just wanted to give you guys a rundown on some of the stuff that will what it'll do for you for next time. So we have products that will repair and regrow your telomeres. Okay. We've got energy conductors for your body. We have healthy ways to lose weight and fix some of your organs up. We have muscle mass retainers and growth. We have the mat. I'm not going to go into the mat. The mat has about 30 different features in it. Yeah. That's all I can say about the mat. We've got body detoxification systems. We've got real aromatherapy systems. Okay. Nice. Tissue repair, muscle repair, and much more. That's what I did for myself. I continue to do for myself. And I'd like to think that I'm right on time to show anybody that may have any questions, because I'm in line with the Christ. I'm in line with all the people that we talk to on a daily basis. And I believe that it's my gift to everybody to get them to the next level. That's it. Thank you.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a team effort. We are TeamLight. We are here to serve and help and assist one another. I'd like to say to you guys, this is the Teacher's Lounge. You guys are the teachers of the planet. You are the true stewards of this planet. You are the true angelics, Azurites, and source kids on this planet. And as we go through these next days and into this abundance, may it come, we will also be here to share and support one another. It's been an absolute pleasure being with you guys here today. All right. Till next time.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Is this a dream or not? All the love I got running through my head, running through my head. Is this a dream or not? All the love I got, all the love I got running through my head. Is she a dream or not? No more talk. Our love is enough. Show me love, show me love on the dance floor. Dance. Living here on earth, hiding in the shade, manifesting from the grave, talking to myself. Is this okay? Loving in the night, basking I'm dreaming now.